Christmas brought so much joy. Couldn't wait for the presents and laughter. I couldn't sleep late at night, looking for Santa with lights. Those are the memories I still remember. Then I became a man, lost sight of who I am, but right in front of me was the answer. 'Cause on Christmas I feel joy, and I turn back to a boy. The answer is to stay young forever. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song, this is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song, this is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song, this is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song.
Hello, Star Wars fans! You know, there's just 97 days until Christmas 2025. Oh, we're into the double digits now. We're down to 97 days, just over 3 months, and Christmas will be upon us. In fact, I just got another ask for a Santa appearance today. So the calendar's filling up. It is Christmas season is upon us. In fact, some stores already have it out there. I mean, most people would prefer to wait until after, at least let's get past, Halloween. But preferably, let's get after Thanksgiving. Then we can start the Christmas talk. But when you're a Santa year round, it's always Christmas. Oh, good to see you all here. Brandon Alvarez. Hey, thanks so much. Please remember to hit the like button, subscribe. At least subscribe. It costs you nothing. And I set the chat here for subscribers only so that we prevent bots from getting in, and it keeps the chat cleaner that way. So if you would like to interact with the show, and I hope you do, please subscribe to the channel and let other folks know what we're doing here. Hey, there's the Sabersmith. Good to see you. I love the Burr months. Me too. The Burr months are my favorite. Any month that ends with BER is a good month. I love them all. September, in fact, my dad's birthday is coming up this weekend. We're going to spend a day with him celebrating his birthday. So September starts it. Then we get into October. We got a couple of vacations scheduled in October. We're going to be traveling a bit. And then, boy, we get right into the holidays. Starting in November, I got some photo shoots before Thanksgiving, and then after Thanksgiving, it's pedal to the metal all the way to Christmas. Good to see you, Real Ben. Hello there. I hope everyone had a good day. I would assume you meant to say there, Ben. Good to see you. Good to see you here. Skywalker's Academy. Skywalker's Academy was with us on our members and supporters stream this week on Wednesdays. Every Wednesday, we do a little Zoom meeting for anyone who is a supporter. You're a patron. You're one of our YouTube members, not just a subscriber, member. We do a weekly call on Wednesdays. They join and we just hang out. Sometimes an hour, sometimes two. We have a great time hanging out together. Mumbo Jimbo, hello there. Mumbo Jimbo's a regular on our Wednesdays. We missed you this week, Mumbo Jimbo. Santa's so happy to have some new Darth Ray content. I do love Darth Ray content. We're going to talk about the Lego Rebuild the Galaxy in this time. I watched all 4 episodes this morning, and it was really good. I have a complaint, so bear with me. All right, it wasn't the perfect season, but it was a good one, and I've got a lot of very positive things to say about it, and look forward to talking about that show with you guys here today. Looking fantastic today. Thank you, Sabersmith. I did adjust some of the settings, the filters and stuff on the camera. so that it would appear I think a little bit better. So thank you for that. Darth Ray, yes. Sorry I missed Wednesday. Jedi Geek, hello, how are you? Oh, we're good. We're good. Thank you so much. Good to see you here. I asked the question in the chat today. We'll get your thoughts on this season of Rebuild the Galaxy. This is Lego. This is what, something of the past. What's it called? Is I've got it right here. It's pieces of the past. I really enjoyed it. I love Lego specials, all of them. Star Wars, non-Star Wars. The Batman Lego are great. Just the Lego movie, great. I love all of them. Lego humor is right down my path. I love it. So I asked, Rebuild the Galaxy, pieces of the past. What's your interest? Yes, I've watched it or will. You know, you watched all four. You watched a couple. You're going to watch it when you get a chance. Are you excited about it? Are you looking forward to seeing it? Second, maybe sometime. I don't know. If if the mood strikes me, I'm in got the time and it's there, I might watch it. I might not. I don't know. Or nah, I only watch canon stuff. I know a lot of people have no interest in non-canon. In fact, I was that way for a very, very long time. I didn't really get into Legends too much. And if you know my backstory, I don't play video games either. I've got a little bit of a compulsive addiction issue where video games can sap up all my time. I'll stay up, lose sleep, ignore responsibilities. It's really damaging to my mental and physical health. So I stay away from video games. Boy, I love them though. I would play them nonstop if I could, but I don't get into those. So the non-canon stuff, I understand if you're only a canon person, that's the only thing for you. I get it. That's cool. Let us know if that's you. Or Lego stories aren't for me. I don't care for that kind of humor. That's just nah, I'm not going to do that. So let me know what your thoughts are on this Lego special, or Lego in general, right? Let's see. Do you think a Mando trailer would be coming in a week or two? I do not. Now, I think I understand what's going on. I'm good friends with Jason Ward and Bespin Bulletin. Bespin, if you're out there, I messaged you on Twitter yesterday. I don't know if you've seen it or not. Would love to catch up. And I asked, and we're going to talk about this a little bit too. In fact, let me just go ahead. I'm going to jump to this because I want to bring up a couple of things. All right. I want to bring up a couple of things. First of all, let me just, I think I'll start here. Let me start here. Right. So Twitter has started to show different things going on. I still call it Twitter. I'm old, okay? X. But a couple of things have started coming out, right? It says Ahsoka Season 2 began wrapping up its production on September the 12th. Began wrapping up production on September 12th. We've been told, with some cast and crew making posts on social media confirming this. Whether the main cast has also finished remains to be seen. More to come. So there's that. And then here's Iman, right? He says, first time back in the court for a couple months. I cry happy tears. And he's put all kinds of hashtags about tennis and all of that. Then we get this one here. Jane Edwin Mary, whatever, literally at the castle gates. Dear England, my job has finished and it's time for me to go. I have loved my job, the people I've worked with, and the production I've worked on at one of the most iconic film studios in the world, Pinewood, Longcross. I won't say goodbye, brother. See you again very soon. So we've seen where some of the folks involved with the production have already kind of finished up what they're doing, and they're headed back home. And this is the way productions normally work. As I was mentioning, I talked to Jason. You know, if you've been around here, you used to do shows regularly with Jason. He's got a full-time job. He's got other responsibilities, and he can't join me very frequently. And thing with Bespin, they're just kind of taking a little bit of a break from the leaking spoiler game. And boy, what a mess that has caused, right? Including this question, right? That's about this trailer. There's a few things that happen from the leaking game. Just so you know, so if you follow Jason, you know what he would do is he'd go over to the studios, hang out, take the old binoculars, take a look and see what he could see. Maybe go up and talk to somebody who's passing by. Hey, what do you know? Good to see you. How you doing? And they don't know a diddly daggone about anything Star Wars related. And so he would ask them like, hey, have you seen, we'll say, Rosario Dawson lately? Oh yeah, Rosario, she's been here like lots of times. And that would, you know, share what they've seen with their own little eyeballs. So that's one thing. Another thing that happens, we get post-production, like these studios that are doing the trailers. I'll bring this up specifically. The people working on the trailers, they sign NDAs as well, but sometimes the folks working on those say, hey, we finished up our trailer, we sent it back to them, look for it, it should be any day now. They don't know nothing. They don't work for Lucasfilm, and they don't know when Lucasfilm is going to release that trailer. All they know is their little company that does the editing, putting together the promotional, you know, teaser trailer, whatever, is done. Our work here is done. We've turned in our assignment. They're grading it now, whatever, right? But they don't know. And what we've probably had here is somebody working for that kind of situation in that environment. They said, we finished our work. I've seen the trailer. It's got this, that, and the other thing. Super excited. You should see it tomorrow, today, any minute, yesterday, next week. I don't know. So essentially what happened, right? I think that's exactly what happened. They don't know. Lucasfilm's going to show this trailer when they're going to show it. My best guess would be it'd be associated with Avatar in the previews, you know, ahead of the Avatar movie in December. That's my best guess. Because you got to remember, this movie doesn't come out until next May. They don't need to get ahead of the promotional stuff today or tomorrow. They've got Rebuild the Galaxy today. They've got other stuff coming through the end of the year. Visions, and we've got the Ninth Jedi. All of that's coming. So I wouldn't expect to see this trailer until December. That's my best guess. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it'll show while we're on now. Maybe it's already out there. I don't know. It's December. I would guess December. Seth, hello, sup? Oh, this account also said there's going to be reshoots. Of course there's going to be reshoots. So that's the other thing that happened. We'd talk about Ahsoka season 2. So what happens is production builds up. You get some early shots to happen. They'll get some talent will come in. They'll do some filming kind of ahead of time. They'll do some location shoots. Maybe they'll do some test shots before full production ramps up. Then full production will ramp up, and you get everybody there. And as folks' roles come to completion, they kind of roll off, and you start to see these posts like we see here on X, right? So these folks, they're kind of going their own way. They say, hey, I had a great time. See you all next time. See you tomorrow, whatever, right? They're done. Then as that whittles itself down, you get down to the last day of filming, right? The last few people do it, the last few shots, they finish their shots and off they go. Afterwards, as they're putting the pieces together, right? And they're doing the transitions, the filming, all that, and they're stitching it together into one cohesive story. They may find out that, I don't really like the transition from here to there. We don't have any really good footage that gets us in that little transition. So let's have a couple people come back. We'll do a makeup shot. We'll do a reshoot of this transition scene to get it to fit better into what we stitched together. Now, they do some of that along the way because now we're all digital. So, they try to keep that down to a minimum, but it still happens. And then sometimes they'll have people come in and do some voiceover work, right? So maybe their face isn't in the shot, but they've got to change the audio because the text just doesn't quite work, right? The conversation doesn't quite work. So they want them to tweak it. Expect that. So the exciting thing, and this is what I reached out to Bestman to say, hey, buddy, have you heard that they're winding down on Ahsoka season 2? You heard anything? What's going on over there? Haven't heard back from Bestman yet. Maybe we'll hear back from him today or tomorrow, this weekend, next week. I don't know. He's a busy boy. He's got other things going on than to hang out with me. So there's that. So there you go. Whew. When do you think Dawn of the Jedi will go into production? Oh, that's never. My best guess on Dawn of the Jedi is that's Mangold's movie, I think, right? Yeah. When he gets around to it, when he gets in the mood, to put that the same way as like the Glover movie or Taika's movie, right? Taika's movie already had a production name. Hey, we've got a production name. So people got real excited. Oh, I think Taika's movie is next. Looks like he's going to be next. And then he says, my wife and I, we're going to go do something else for a little while. We'll do Star Wars when we feel like it. So that's what's going on. I think Dawn of the Jedi, you know who what? It's been delayed, right? The trailer. It might be too soon for the Mando trailer. I think it is too soon for it to release next May. Way too soon. One of those tweets had a quote from the trailer, I think, Echoes of the Past or something like that. That's what I mean. Like, this is probably somebody who worked on the trailer, right? They were stitching pieces together to do this promotional trailer. Lucasfilm said, hey, here's footage, put it together. So this production company, they've got a contract to do this trailer. That's what they do. They do advertising, marketing stuff. They put it together. This person was probably working on it. They've probably seen the whole thing. In fact, I'm sure of it. They've probably seen the whole thing dozens, if not hundreds of times. Right? They worked on stitching it together, doing the voice overlays, all of that, right? So they probably know exactly what's in that trailer. And they leaked it. So probably didn't do their company any good because Lucasfilm's now saying, NDA? Does that ring a bell with anybody? You ever heard of NDA? What are you doing? So he's probably not a popular dude right now where he works, but that's probably what happened. Risman. Oh, I tell you what, buddy. Good to see you, Matt. Thanks for being here. There's Nick, my good friend Nick. Good to see you. Hello. This seems quick for a show to film. Wondering how smooth everything went. I don't know how quick it was, right? It started back in the spring. So it's been 6 months, probably, or more. So, yeah, probably. I think Ahsoka went into, in fact, I remember they started sending set stuff from California to England last November. I got word about it, saying, hey, they're packing stuff up and they're sending it over. Some of the early staff members, people coordinating those kind of things, they went over there in November. December, we started to hear about more not cast members, production team members leaving California for England. They were going to be there. So almost a year ago, right? November, they started moving over. December, January is when they kind of first got started into early filming. So they've been at it for almost 9 months, or around 9 months. So it's right about normal. It sounds like things are going well. Also, it leads to a lot of fun speculation. There's a lot of fun speculation with some of these leakers who are, the spoilers that are putting out. These people don't know nothing. They're making up stuff. A lot of it's fan math. They have no credibility whatsoever. And they're making stuff up. And you know what happens? It goes back to this, right? Matt put it very well. Right? Let's say that it's I'm going to start a rumor. You guys ready? Start tweeting about it. Make your own videos about it. They changed their mind. They're going to put the Mando-Grogu movie in theaters this December. It's being released December 8th. I don't know. I just made something up off the top of my noggin. I don't even know when December 8th is. Is that a Tuesday or something? I don't know. Let's just say, all right, Mando-Grogu, first weekend in December. They changed the release date. They moved it up. It's happening. Promise. For reals. Honest engine. I know this for a fact. You know. Now what happens? Right? November comes along, no trailers. December comes along, there's no advertisement. December passes. Oh, Mando-Grogu delayed. I don't know what happened. I promise you it was going to happen. I know it was. It was for real. And then it comes out next May. Right? People just making nonsense up. And they're out there and people are listening to them, which is crazy. Why do you listen to these people? It makes no sense, right? They're doing a lot of other fan mathing on stuff too. It just has no credibility whatsoever. Let's see. Yeah, the show didn't just get started 2 months ago, people. Right, Ben. You think Maul's coming out first quarter 2026? Probably. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. My scoop is Star Wars will release a live action project within the next couple years. Trust me, bro. Exactly. You heard it here. Real Ben, trust me, bro, told us it's happening. Write it down. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, you guys. You guys get it, right? You understand what's going on. So that's it, right? There are other leaks, rumors about Ahsoka season 2 that have been around since it first started kind of going into pre-production. Somebody saw a casting call for a female character, a mother. That's the casting call. You know what happened? Abeloth confirmed. That's it. That's the only information they have. A casting sheet that called for mother, a female character with the title Mother. Well, that's confirmed. It's Abeloth. It said right there in the ad, Abeloth. They were casting for Abeloth. And then when that person is totally Abeloth, 100%. I know it. It said it right there in the ad, Abeloth. You could read it with your own eyes. You go and you read it. It says, nope, it says female. Mother. You know what they, you know what else? Witches. Mother Talzin. You had the Dathomir Mother. There's you go back to the Acolyte, everybody's favorite live action show this past year. The Acolyte. We had 2 mothers. Lots of them. Not a single one of them Abeloth, which cracks me up because Meg did a great video. I love Meg. I'm going to haze her just a little bit. Right? I love her. It's a decent thought she had. Let's see. Let's put 2 and 2 together. Let me just think. You have a witch. They call her Mother. You have a casting sheet for a female mother. It said Abeloth. It said, you read Mother, but it really said Abeloth because, we can all tell. I mean, Mother, Abeloth, same. That means, you guys, I just can't, right? That definitely means from Acolyte, Mother, what was her name? It doesn't matter. Is Abeloth. No, it doesn't. Totally not it. Totally not it. Hey, thanks for the super chat, Joel. We'll get to it just 1 second. So my best guess, and I've reached out to the people who know things and asked about this Abeloth rumor, whatever. They said, look, the Abeloth thing's unclear, right? Maybe not. Like, I can't tell. they don't have the direct knowledge. I don't have a trust me bro who is on set telling me things. I just don't. I don't have somebody in production staff or somebody from costuming telling me, hey, whatever, right? I don't have a source. I just reached out to somebody who's more in the know and asked, have you heard anything? I said, it's unclear. So doing the fan math on all of it, my best guess, and this is just totally spitballing it, is the thing that Abeloth, I said it. You guys made me do it. Stop it. My best guess is that Balin, and he says, can't you hear it? Don't you see it? Like when he's saying it, you go back to the Abeloth stories and these people who were hearing Abeloth call to them, use similar kind of language around it. Oh, and Dave Filoni, he worked with the people who created Abeloth, so confirmed. Guys, maybe, please, just stop. Not confirmed. 100% not confirmed. It's all fan math. It's all speculation. It's all guesswork. All of it. My best guess is that Balin is hearing the font of knowledge, of power, which comes from those stories. And he's going to hear this font calling, hey, buddy, want to put an end to all this nonsense? Hey, I can give you the power that you can defeat all this stuff. You'll have the power to set things right. Just take a drink out of the pool, the fountain. You just get yourself a cup, dip it in there, look. Or I tell you what, just jump on in, take it in. Font of power. Balin is then going to be imbued with this power, an Abeloth-ish kind of power, right? I have the power of the universe. I can do whatever I want, right? And then we're going to have a little situation there. And that situation is going to lead to him, Balin, being imprisoned on Peridia to keep him from, getting into the universe and causing mayhem and issues. That's my best guess. If they even go that way. I'm not convinced they're even doing that. That's as far as it goes in my mind. But we'll see. I'm probably wrong. We'll see. Yeah. Den of trust me, bro. Doubled down on Abeloth. A lot of people really are. Any good Thrawn rumors for Ahsoka season 2? Well, we only heard what there was at the celebration when they said that Thrawn and Akbar are going to be going at it. We're going to have a war in our space war movie show, right? In our Star Wars, we're going to have a war, and it's going to be a battle of wits between Akbar and Thrawn. Well, we know Akbar lives. Is Akbar going to defeat Thrawn in Ahsoka season 2? No. No. Nah. No. Happening. Then it's going to die on Abeloth Hill if it turns out true. That's true. Yeah. Hey, you guys can come and haze me all you want. If I'm wrong, haze away. I've got it coming. But remember, if I'm right, all those other people feeding you nonsense, they say, "Oh, Santa was right. I want credit." Do you think they'll stop making Star Wars Disney Plus shows after Ahsoka season 2? We're definitely taking a break. Definitely. There's not another live action series like in the immediate works. There are the folks that were involved with, and this was announced some time ago, and it's kind of going under the radar. The folks that were involved with Lost, the father-son, that are doing a live action Star Wars something. Whatever that is kind of just gone dormant. We haven't heard a thing. For all I know, they're already shooting on location in Southern California. Jason tells me nothing. I don't know. Is that even going to go into production? I don't know. They're definitely taking a break. I don't know that we're going to see a live action Star Wars every year. Certainly not. Maybe every 2 or 3 years, maybe every 5 years, you'll get something. Just the economics, the return on investment just isn't there. Abeloth is Santa's new Plagueis. If you've watched the Lego show, there was a Plagueis drop in one of the episodes. Do you remember it? Did you hear it? I did. And I laughed and I laughed. Right? It was so good. Tell me, did you see it? Did you hear it? What was the Plagueis drop? Right? What was? It was great. Okay. Have we covered all the Ahsoka season 2 stuff? We covered all the rumors about the trailer, the trailer that didn't happen. We covered those bases. Oh, by the way, I've got something here. You guys have been following along. You know, we're going to we've been doing a build. We've got this. I'll share it right here. We've got this X-Wing, right? Red 5, standing by, right here. We've been putting this guy together. We got R2 in there. We got the whole X-Wing built, right? We've got one thing left, and I love this model. It's just a great model. You guys can see, right? It looks great. We've got one part left. We've got to build the base right here. I got the parts. I got everything right here. That's what we're going to do at the end of the show today. We're going to finish assembling this. And then I've also, and before that, I've got a box. What's in the box, Santa? Let me show you right here. I've got this box. Took the label off because this one came to my house. But we got the box. I'm very excited what's in this box. I know what's in it. We're going to open it. Do you guys know what's in the box? I know what's in the box. We're going to open that. And then probably in the next week or two, we're going to start going through this HasLab antenna that I got. So we'll start putting it together. So we've got that coming on. If they announce more Kenobi, when do you think they'll announce in 2026? I don't think they would. I think if they're going to do more Kenobi, we would see it announced in Celebration 2027. It would be announced. I don't think they're going to announce anything live action in 2026 unless it's the project that the Lost Father-Son, those guys are doing. We might get that, but certainly not going to get anything on the Kenobi front for a little while. We got a super chat. I want to go back to the super chat. We got a fantastic super chat. Let me go back and I didn't forget. Right, Joel, right there. Does any Thrawn? Wait, I addressed this, but there it is. There's the $2 super chat. Any good Thrawn rumors for Ahsoka season 2? We do have the space battle thing going on. We know that he is just outside of Dathomir when season 1 ended, and there's supposed to be this battle between Thrawn and Akbar. I don't have any good rumors. Let me think on it for just 1 second. Is there something I know that I could give you for your $2? $2. That's a generous super chat. Thank you. I don't want to discredit it at all. A good Thrawn rumor for season 2. Okay. How far can I go on this? If you've read, I gotta be careful. If you have read Heir to the Empire, if you haven't, go back and read it. Right, check out the graphic novelization. Go read the books. There is a story arc from Heir to the Empire that's being brought into Ahsoka season 2 that involves Thrawn. And I'll add one other piece just as a tidbit. And Rook, right? RUKH. Now that's a very obscure hint, but that's all I can give you right now. That's all I can give you. There's more to it, and I will wait. I'm hoping that my friends Bespin and Jason give us some more information soon. But right now, that's all I can say. That's all I can say. But thank you for the super chat again. All right. So Starfighter. We also got some great stuff about Starfighter. Did I miss something? Let me just go back. I know Baymax helped me out with the thumbnail today. I want to go back and make sure I didn't miss anything from. Oh, you guys still haven't given me my Plagueis quote from Rebuild the Galaxy, right? Pieces of the Past. There's a Plagueis quote. You got to tell me about the Plagueis quote. I'm dying. One of you have heard it, or Matt Risman's going back right now to go find it. I need to know the Plagueis quote. I know it. You tell me. What's the Plagueis quote? I, I loved when I heard it. I even repeated it and I laughed, and it was great. Do you think we'd ever get the Islamari, or however they're spelled? No, no. George Lucas did not like that at all, and we know that Dave Filoni, as a disciple of Lucas, no. They did put them a little bit in Rebels, I want to think, but no, I don't think so. There's another thing. I was going to bring this up. The pieces of the past. My complaint. I told you guys I had a complaint, and it came to me when R2D2 went out and started, pew, pew, shooting up other ships and stuff. He's flying around out in space, and he starts, battling. I'm like, wait a second. You know who should be doing that, don't you? Who should have been out there shooting the other spaceships and, blowing stuff up? There's an astromech droid who likes to blow stuff up. And it's not R2, right? Where's Chopper? I said, where's Chopper? R2's flying around. Where's Chopper? Wait a second. Where's Zeb? Wait, where's Hera? Wait. We have all these references to tons of different shows. We even had, from Jedi Survivor, Cal Kestis was in there. We had Revan was in there. We had references, deep cuts, even including Jackson was in there. Where's Rebels? Rebels not in there until the very, very end. But I saw R2 flying around. I'm like, wait. That should have been Chopper flying around. He would have had a great time out there blowing stuff up. Well, where's Chopper? At the very end, we saw Hera, and I think I had to go back and look again. I was busy at the time, but we had I think Ezra and Hera. It seemed like somebody else was there, but I missed it. I got to go back and rewatch. But saw some of the Rebels crew, and that's when Ahsoka said, "Oh, my people, they're here." Another thing about the show, so it did leave the galaxy intact, right? This rebuild the galaxy is still intact. We still had Dark Ray, Darth Jar Jar, and that they went off. So we have future stories to tell in this galaxy, which excites me beyond no end. I'm super excited about it. And now maybe the next iteration will be based around Rebels, right? It would have been great to seen Chopper in there doing, the blowing up stuff, just and having a great time. It would have been awesome. Where's Zeb and the Ghost crew? Did you guys catch the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer story vibe that was in there? Ahsoka even said the thing, right? Ahsoka said the thing about being different, and we had a bit of a island of misfit toys with the place that they were being vacuumed off into the other galaxy that are the mixed up parts is the island of misfit toys, and you had missized things all fit together, mismatched things put together. You had this giant Chewbacca, right? All these fantastic things were in there. Island of misfit toys. And Ahsoka said the thing about being different, right? And how hard it is. We had a entire Rudolph the Red-Nosed reindeer story arc in there. I loved it. It got me super. I was like, we're telling the story of Rudolph. There, look, the things, they're all there. It was great. Now it's a mismatch of other stuff too. It does classic Lego storytelling. Great story. I loved it. If you haven't seen it yet, I don't want to spoil it too much for you. Probably already have. I'm super hyped up on it. How can R2 fly? I know. It's Lego. That's how. But don't get me started on the prequels again, Skywalker's Academy. We didn't even see Sabine, unless I fell asleep too early for that. Yeah, Sabine, I think Sabine was there with Hera. Hera, Sabine, and Ezra. I think those were the three. Again, I got to go back and catch it because I saw somebody else. I thought, oh, that was probably Sabine. Hopper doesn't take many days off, but today was his day. I know he didn't. I didn't even see him. I was so tired. I have to rewatch. I got to rewatch it too. Do you think we'll see Plagueis? Yes, I do. I do think that the story of Plagueis will be told. Will we see it in live action animation? They set it up in Acolyte season 1. We've had several spin-off books of Acolyte, a couple already. There'll be more. There'll certainly be some graphic novels, comics that'll follow the story arc. Maybe some animation. My guess is it'll go all to publishing, and we'll get more of the story there. Do I think we'll see Plagueis in live action? I don't know. I don't see it in the future. Right? There's nothing that springs to mind of them doing something that he would fit into, because they're not following up any live action from the High Republic era when he could kind of peeked around the corner. So I don't see anything on the horizon for him. No. KG, hello. Hello there. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Okay. If there's something I missed, let me know. But I want to get on to this story. You guys have already seen it. I was just watching Rebel Scum podcast. And saw you in the chat there for last night's show, about halfway through the show. Oh, that's KG. KG was in the Rebel Scum podcast last night. All right. I want to cover this other story, and it's on these photos. I've seen most of this already discussed before, but there's a few things that haven't been talked about, and I'll give you just my take on some of this as well. Here we've got from the new we've got the new Starfighter movie, right? There's Ryan Gosling and the kiddo, and there's been a lot made of how he resembles in many ways this guy, right? Cade Skywalker. I am 100% sure that this guy is not that guy. I mean, they look alike. They look the same. From the outfit, the hair, this guy's got some, he's got the kind of belt and the guns around his waist there. And then we go back here and look at this guy. He's got the same sort of swagger to him, but he's not Cade Skywalker. He's not. There's some resemblance. They're borrowing some of the things from it, but that's about it. I'm going to share this in a minute. First, let me go do this. Hold on a second. I got a great image I got to share with you guys. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. We'll share this later, but all right. So this guy is certainly not this guy, but I want to bring up a couple of things that I saw in these images. The first being, I've seen some people talk about, but this handlebar on this, whatever this rig is here that he's leaning on, has got this little bar underneath here. It almost looks like a lightsaber hilt right here sticking out from underneath his arm going across. I'm not quite sure what all of this is about, but it becomes more clear in some other pictures. Still not exactly clear, but I was like, that sort of looks like a lightsaber hilt sticking under his arm. I'm not sure. So Let's just speculating away. Other thing I saw somebody complaining about are zippers. Like Star Wars isn't supposed to have zippers, and I think I saw a zipper in this image. Let me see if I can. I'm pretty sure there's a zipper. Where did I see the pull right here? Like the zipper pull. Pretty sure that's a zipper pull. But anyway, so somebody was complaining about the zippers, and I think that's a zipper pull right there. But anyway, who cares? It doesn't bother me. But there's some other pictures. So there's Ryan. Here, this looks like that lightsaber hilt thing, but it's not a lightsaber hilt. You see, it's on the side of this contraption that he was leaning on. And then here are the bars to this other bike back here. This is the bar. This isn't sticking out of that. It might be a throttle, right? It might be a throttle for this device. They could be fishing for all I know. But this is most likely the throttle, right? You can see it's got a bar. You can pull it back, push it forward. So that's probably what that is. Not sure what this contraption on the side is. Certainly not a lightsaber. Could just be a handle, right? Or maybe it has to do with sails, and so he's gonna like spin it that way, and it'll raise a sail. I don't know. It's an interesting contraption. I didn't see anywhere that looked like there could be sails in this vessel that they're on, right? You go back to this. Maybe there is, maybe there's not. I can't exactly tell. And then we've got this picture. Again, it's got this handle here. I think here you might get a decent view where we've got, there's like a handlebar right, coming up here. Right, so this the stock comes up. Here's the handlebar, and it's got this handle here. There's one there. I'm not sure what this is all about. I can't quite make it out. There's something going on there. Just can't quite get it. So that's cool. And then we've got, here we go, another real good shot. This one's easier to see. Where on this contraption on the left, you can see here's the like throttle that goes forward and back. And then this thing on the right, I'm not exactly sure what this is all about over here. It's not a lightsaber hilt. I reckon it could be like, Luthen's ship that had the lightsaber, like the beams that went out and he spun around and, destroyed another. I don't know if that's that. I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't think this has got a kyber crystal in it. It's going to shoot out of. I don't know what it is, though. I do not know what it is. It's just a handle to hold on to. Doesn't look like that either, because there's a different. Let's see if I go back here. Like there's this handle here, but I think that might be this guy back here. Right? We got two different situations. We got this stock. There's another. Look down there. You see that? I just now saw that. There's this guy down here. What's this control all about? We got a control down here. We got like a lightsaber hilt looking thing there. That's not a lightsaber hilt. We got a throttle here. Lots of different contraptions on this thing. I don't know what they are. But then we've got this one back here, another one. And this has got the other handle design on it. I'm not sure exactly what this guy is either, right? And then we've got a different view of it. Oh, no, that's the other. So pretty exciting. What is the planet they're on? New planet, old planet, something we've seen before, something we haven't seen before. I saw Mike talk about this, a guy who loves Star Wars. I saw him doing that. Yeah, I got a I've got a fantastic image. Oh, there's this too. Oh, I like this. This is nice. So let me go back to here. Look at there. Look at that. Look, there's a jacked Luke Skywalker right there, buddy. That Luke Skywalker is jacked. Assuming that's a Luke Skywalker figure. So, yeah. But look, there he is hanging on, and it's a bit of a hoverboard. It might be more like I saw in the chat. You guys were talking about Star Wars jet skis. It might be that, right? So I think the lightsaber object is a lever that can be raised up. Yeah, it may have to do with raising a sail. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure. But look, there you go. It does look very similar to this toy, right? It looks very, very similar to that. I'm going to take this down because Baymax sent me another image that is just hilarious. And I want to prepare you for it. This is, and if you don't know, Baymax helps me out a lot. Baymax helped me start the channel. He helped me with the logo that I have. He helped me with the Discord. Baymax has been the right-hand guy. He's been the guy making this happen, really. Without him, I don't know that we would be where we are today. But Baymax did this for me as well. This is beautiful. A beautiful thing. Can you share this with you guys? Look at that. Avalok confirmed. Trust me, bro. This has got all the things. Look here. I'm the father. Right there you go. I'm the from the Mortis arc. We got a little Christmas tree here. There's Avalok. We got Mortis in the background. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, Baymax. You win. Just it makes me so happy. Right? That's so good. Where was the second post? The additional photos. I'll put them on Discord, Jim, just a little bit. But that's fantastic. So, I in fact, I'm going to put all of these pictures on Discord in just a minute. So, is it a water world? Is it like Mon Cal or other? Is it? I was having fun yesterday, and Mike just let it go. He ignored me, which is fine. I'm a knucklehead, but maybe it's Octo. Octo is an island there, and we've got these guys are hanging out at a place that looks like it might be an island. There are rocks there and all that. Maybe it's Octo. Maybe they're hanging out there at Octo. And maybe he got a bruised eye from those caretakers. They didn't care for go back here. They didn't care for Ray too much. They get, the problem she called. Maybe he got the black eye from Ray. Say, no, we've had people like you here before. Go away. Ow! Right in the eyeball. I don't think so. I don't think so. But fun. We're having fun. Racing on Castellon. I do think that this is a very high probability. I think this is probably very high probability. If you don't know what Castellon is, you got to go back and watch Rebels. I know Meg was kind of salty about it. She was having fun too. Meg's having fun. Meg's fantastic. She was having fun about the tie into Resistance. I know Matt Risman's dying for a Resistance rewatch party with Meg. That would be so much fun. Meg, do a rewatch party of Resistance. That'd be great. I would like to see Meg and Matt talking about Resistance and how much they love it. They love it but we could end up. I'm joking. We could end up with a Kaz. So the main character in there, Kaz, super annoying. Resistance. One of the things. Yeah, Dark Ray would punch Gosling in the eye. That for sure. Darth Ray confirmed. You heard it here. Abeloth and Dark Ray confirmed for you guys. Yeah, Kaz is super annoying in Resistance. Now the show got better as it went on, but Kaz never got better. I was hoping the character would develop and become a decent show. Yeah, no, I still haven't. I still. Okay, we know you're a shit. Don't have to say. So there you go. Yeah, I think Castellon is very possible. When they did, you had a bunch of hot shot like racers who flew starfighters, right? And they had these races where they had to fly through rings and they go on a pattern and who could complete the race the fastest. And it was all held over water. This being called Starfighter, he could very well be a hotshot pilot who earns a living by, participating in these races. And then he gets drawn in. I think that's a strong possibility. And we could still have Kaz around. If you want to speculate about a guest appearance in the show, Kaz from Resistance would be the right age to show up. Because Resistance happens right after The Force Awakens. And he's still young, very young. What do you think? Oh, no. I guess I'm already here waiting for new stuff from Star Wars. But what do you think the possibility is? We don't have a name of this Starfighter guy. Oh, my goodness. My brain just now did this. Oh, my goodness. What if this guy is Kaz? What if Ryan Gosling is Kaz? We don't know his name yet. Oh, that'd make Meg happy. Make her mad. You want to make where's Mike? Where's a guy who loves Star Wars? He loves just, crazy speculation. Santa's going to play. I'm going to play the crazy speculation game until somebody blows it up for me. Kaz. Ryan Gosling is playing Kaz. No, Baymax, you're wrong. It's Kaz. I'm pretty sure Kaz. Confirmed. From Resistance, Ryan Gosling is playing a grown-up Kaz 5 years after. Oh my goodness. How funny would that be? That would be a problem. How hilarious would it be if this guy is Kaz? Oh, please make it happen. Somebody make it happen. Stir in the pot, being foolish. That would be funny. That'd be really, really funny. We haven't heard what his name is. It could be Kaz. You don't know. No. I think Fandom Menace would burn the internet down, which would be the fun part, right? Oh my goodness, I'm being a silly. Makes me happy. Okay, I can be crazy in my speculation too. If Mike can do it, the guy who loves Star Wars, if he can do it, I can do it. If Meg can come up with some, concoction of bringing back one of the witches from the Acolyte, I can certainly say this is Kaz from Resistance. You can't. No, I'm right. I'm telling you. Schwindar. Could be. I know. I'm going with Kaz until you guys all agree with me, right? Yeah. until I'm proven wrong. That's Kaz. And then, that's fine. I'm allowed. I can have at least one harebrained idea. Okay, I'm going to close the poll. We're going to do the Mike Porter dad joke. I'm going to finish this build, and we're going to call it a day. But this has been fun. So the poll, we ended at 56% of you said yes, you're excited about this Lego Rebuild the Galaxy. 25% said maybe if it comes along. 6%, I'm only a candidate. That was Mumbo Jimbo, I'm pretty sure. Mumbo Jimbo, you're the 6%. And then 12%, Lego stories aren't my thing. So, hey, thanks for doing that. Sabersmith, why are we so desperate to have connections? How about new connections? Nothing wrong. I agree with you, Sabersmith. I'm being silly because there's so much ridiculous speculation on the internet. I want to play. Can I play too? Like, for real, I agree with you. I'm 100% with you. I think it's ridiculous. But for play, for having fun, I'm saying it's Kaz. I'm just to stir the. I can stir the pot. I can have fun. How dare you, Santa? I do. You guys are great. I love you guys. We're building friendships here on our Wednesday calls. If you haven't participated in one of those, we have a lot of fun on the Wednesday calls. We get to know each other. So yeah, I know Jim's a big Lego fan. It's great. So there you go. How many Star Wars projects coming out in 2026? We know there's the Maul series. That'll probably be in the spring. We know that we're getting Mando-Grogu. That'll be summer. There'll be another Lego. I'm pretty sure we'll get some sort of Lego special. We might get, I would expect to get another Tales of anytime. That could happen this year. If not this year, the next year, I would say Tales. And then perhaps another season of Visions, because Visions is fun to get these studios to get to do things. So for sure, I would think we're going to get, yeah, Dale said, Skywalker Academy says, 3 are known. Yeah, there's another one in my head, and I'm like, what is it? There's another one. But anyway, yeah, Ahsoka, that's it. Ahsoka season 2. So the 3 that are confirmed are Maul, Shadow Lord, the Mando-Grogu movie, and Ahsoka season 2. And I would guess it'd come out in that order. We'll probably see Maul in the spring. May is the release of Mando-Grogu. And then we'll probably see Ahsoka season 2 sometime in August or September of next year. Those are the 3. But then, and we can add in, I'm pretty sure we'll get another Lego special. Pretty sure we'll get between now and then, and again, I don't know if it'll be this year or next, we'll get another Tales of something and another Visions, maybe. Because they can just contract out to these studios, say, hey, tell a Star Wars story, have fun. Doesn't have to be canon. In fact, they're not, right? It's quite a bit. Yeah. We have a lot to look forward to in 2026. It's an exciting year. There's other nerdy stuff coming out in 2026 that are a lot of fun too. I got a Mike Porter dad joke before I forget, because I get distracted. You guys, what do you call it when Darth Vader passes gas? It's pretty easy one, but it's a good one. I think Mike Porter did a great job. What do you call it when Darth Vader passes gas? It's a disturbance in the Force. Sure is. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. If you're not going to hang out for the X-Wing build, we're going to finish that out. I understand. I will still interact with the chat if you want to hang out here. Please do the liking and the sharing. Your interaction here actually tells YouTube that I'm talking to people. There are actually people here, and your interactions help push the stream out to more people. So I appreciate, just subscribe to the channel. It's free. You can subscribe to the channel, and then you can contribute in the chat, and that does a lot to help YouTube know that people are watching. And we get a lot of views after the fact. Couldn't believe it. Last month, we got more than 1,000 hours of 1,000 minutes of watch time last month. Amazing. You guys do a great job. I appreciate it so much. Meg probably gets that on one view, one video. I'm teeny tiny. Certainly Mike, from a guy who loves Star Wars, he gets thousands and thousands of minutes. Tens, hundreds of thousands of minutes. I don't know. That guy is amazing. I love his channel. He's a knucklehead, but aren't we all? Right? I love him. But boy, he's crazy. Why he's not married, I don't know. Guy just celebrated his 7th year anniversary with his girlfriend. I'll tell you what I tell Meg all the time. You got to propose. Meg's waiting for a girlfriend to propose to her. Mike, you got to, step up, my boy. Make it happen. Do it. All right. Yeah, he's like 23-ish. I know. Look, my wife and I, we got married when we were still teenagers. She was 18, I was 19 when we got married. And we are coming up on year 39. The end of October will be our 39th wedding anniversary. Do I Do I recommend teenagers get married? Certainly not. But when it's right, it's right. If you found the right one, just do it. Yes, it's good. It can be good. It can be a great way to share your life with somebody. So enough about that. We're going to get into this final step of building this X-Wing. Thanks for hanging out here, you guys. Hope that you stay with me. If you don't, I understand. But we're going to go here into the toy close-up. I'm going to watch the chat. If you participate, I get it. There you go. I'll respond. So we have the X-Wing finished right here. It looks great. I'm really happy with it. Sabersmith, my hubs and I married when we were both 25. He passed 6 years ago. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, Sabersmith. Sad. We started Bible study this week, and one of our Bible study members, her husband, passed a couple years ago as well. Now look at that. Look at that. It looks great. I'm very happy with this as a cardboard build, but we got to do the stand. So let's get into the last steps here. The X-Wing looks awesome. Thank you. Red 5. Daughter bought this for me for my birthday in July, but I turned 58. Oh my goodness, can you believe it? So we just got these steps to go, right? So we're gonna take these pieces out and we'll assemble them here first. And just so you guys know, there's this. Yes, I'm a widow, but I'm okay. My students help a lot. I miss being a teacher. I was a teacher, middle school teacher years ago, and I miss it. It was one of the best jobs I ever had. So you guys remember, we have this little thing that helps us poke the little things out of these. I'll show you. We have an example here in a second. So first we need part E2. That's this big black piece here. I'll show you exactly what I mean. So we punch this out. Get this guy loose here, part of the stand, right? We need part E2. That's first. And when I show you this, you'll see that there are these tiny little pieces that you got to punch out right there. These punch out pieces. And these tools that come with it are meant to help you with that, right? These are little punch out tools, but they're cardboard and they start to get frayed. So what I found is I've got this little flathead screwdriver. It's like for fixing your glasses. So I use this to punch the pieces out now. And I found out that it works really, really well. KG, I had an ex once whose family had a hard rule that no one in the fam was allowed to get married until 25. Not a bad idea. Maul, Mando-Grogu, Ahsoka, maybe Visions, Tales, and Lego. Actually, I think we have Visions 3 confirmed because they're getting a series based on the Ninth Jedi. That's true, but I think Ninth Jedi comes out this year, right? We get Visions and Ninth Jedi this year, or is Ninth Jedi next year? I can't remember. Yeah, Visions 4. I can't remember. So I'm going to use this to help punch out the pieces. Oh, and I need my reading glasses, you guys. I had LASIK vision correction done. One eye is distance, one eye is medium, but I don't have close up. So I have like computer screen because I'm a programmer, and I've got distance for driving. But close up, whoo, I can't see much. Skywalker says, we're getting 3 episodes this year and a series next. Okay, that makes sense. So we'll get Visions season 3 this year and get the Ninth Jedi next year. Okay, I'm with you. So now I can just use this little screwdriver here to help push out these pieces. The other thing that I found is sometimes when it punches out, it leaves just a little bit of trailing parts. And our friend Anthony has one of these as well. He has a destroyer. I've got the X-Wing here, but yeah, I've found that sometimes putting these pieces together gets hard because the hole doesn't fully open up, and so you got to use the screwdriver a little bit to open it up so the pieces fit together. If you force the cardboard, it tends to crumple, and then you're in trouble. All right, so got a couple more of these to punch out here. Get this one. Get that one. Oops. Also, I've got this is cardboard. I've got a metal. It's a little tin um, Falcon that I can put together sometime. And now with that, I probably have to get a little pliers or something. Have you guys ever put together one of those tin assemblies where you just put them together? Do I have a favorite Christmas movie? I do. I do have my very favorite Christmas movie for the last several years, and we have made it a tradition, is Elf. I'm not a Will Ferrell fan, and I was dubious of it when it first came out. But boy, I love that movie. It's got a great heart. It's got a great story. I absolutely love it. All right, so there's E2. What's your favorite? Jedi Geek, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Elf is a classic. Actually, when you're my age, it seems like it's new, but it's been around for like 20 years. So we need F5. So we had E2. We need F5 and F2. Those are the next two pieces. All right. F5 and F2. All right. So this is sheet E. Here's F. I'm curious about Balin's robes. I had the figure from season 1, but he had an awesome hood and cloak on at the end of Ahsoka. Wondering if that will carry over to season 2. I think so. I think we already saw some pictures of him and of the new actor. And I think he was still wearing those robes. What did I say? F5 and F2. So here's F2 right here. Punch this out right here. Right. There's F5. Stuck here on the tab. Now this doesn't have any punch outs in it, so it's just got some fold to it. And then F2, that's F5. Well, that was 5. This is 2. Sorry, that's 2. The long one's 2, and then F5. This one right here, 5 and F2. That comes out right here. Right. There we go. F5 and F2. KG, the OG Grinch cartoon. Yes, I like it much better than the live action. Jim Carrey's not my favorite actor. So yeah, the OG Grinch cartoon version is favorite, followed by Christmas Story. Fun thing here in Ohio, up in what's the name of that place? I just went blank on the name of it. They have the Christmas Story house is there. You can go tour it. It's up near Cleveland. And then in its other town, you can actually see some of the other stuff from the movie. Mumbo Jumbo. I've got one of those 10 Xwings, but it was given to me, so I didn't build it. Yeah, I haven't. I've had this one. It was given to me as well, the 10 Falcon, but I didn't build it. In order, Die Hard. Oh, there's the controversial one, right? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? There's arguments. Christmas Vacation. Eddie's RV from Christmas Vacation is also here in Ohio. You can actually go and tour it. And A Christmas Story. The slide from A Christmas Story is in the same place. What was your first Lego set? First Lego set. Boy, that's a good question. I've got some Santa Claus ones over on my. So this room's like Star Wars on half, and then it's Santa Claus on the other half. The tree is sort of the separator, so you see the tree there. Over on the other side, I've got some Santa Claus Lego sets. I think a Santa Village kind of thing was one of my first. All right, so here's F5. We got to take this piece. F5, it shows us holding this way, and F5 goes into the slots here at the top. Hold on, let's see. This way. And this goes in here. This bends and it goes in that slot. Right? We've got these slots here that this lines up in. We just got to get this Go in there. Easy peasy. And then this last one. Where's the last one go? These two line up, but that last one does not line up unless I've got it like upside down. One. I don't know about that. That looks suspicious. So you see, like that doesn't line up at all. I might be reading the instructions wrong. That one fits in. That one fits in. But this last one does not at all line up to that slot. So I don't know where. How does that go? So let me check again. So this is showing it this way. Oh, I see. I've got it on backwards. It goes this way. Okay, I'm doing it back. I do things backwards all the time. My wife gives me a hard time about it. It's a common problem with me. Is I don't read instruction sets the same way other people do, and it causes problems. But again, I've got it now, just like they have it. It's just like that, and they show this goes in this slot, and then do I have it upside down? I do. Got upside down again. Goes this way. Good night, Brian. I am such a knucklehead. It's amazing I got this far. There, now this will fit. I got it right this time. That goes there, and that goes there. Goodness. One of the first things we got when I was younger, we got a video cabinet where you put your VCR tapes in, and I couldn't get the door to fit. I was like, this door doesn't fit. I'm going to have to get a drill and drill a hole because nothing fits. My wife said, hold on a second. She turned the things around, and oh, there it is. Now it fits. So there we go. There, that fits perfectly. There we go. Now I got it right. Then we take F2. This is F2, and it shows it bending. You gotta bend it a little bit here. Got these creases. Bends right on these creases. Right, just like that. And then it goes in right underneath. So this one will fit here. Then this will fit here. And then this fits here. There we go. Now we've got a nice, right? That's going to be the inside of the stand. Okay. Now we need two more parts. We need F1. We need F1 and F8. All right. So F1 is right here. The long piece. Right. This out. Punch it out. F1. And then F8 is this tiny one down here. Right. There we go. All right. And then Skywalker's Academy. Home Alone. I love Home Alone. The first one. The third one's okay too, but the first one's my favorite. A Christmas Story. Then Grinch. Red One. Red One was pretty good. Nightmare Before Christmas. Die Hard. Christmas Vacation. Red One got weird for a minute, but it ended good. So Elf is my favorite. I love the old Rankin Bass animated series like Rudolph and A Year Without a Santa Claus and all of those. I love those. The Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen, they're great. The Santa Claus show that's on Disney Plus, really good. And as a Santa Claus, those movies, the Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen, really help with the lore and kids ask you questions. Right? Like he took over for another Santa Claus. Right? I've been Santa for however long I've been Santa, right? For 10 years. This is my 10th season. But before me, there were a whole line of Santas that came before. It's great. So you don't have to work, around being the Santa who was the original Santa. All right, so these pieces bend. We've got this, and these will go right on the back side, right here. All right, so they start here. So we're just going to plug these into these slots here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. These are coming loose. So let's come in again here. There we go. And then this last one, F8, is going to go down here at the bottom. Got two last holes down here. This is just going to fill in the last two holes so that we get this hole. Now we've got this. This is going to be a shell. You can tell the other piece is going to go right on top of there. Right? So that's the next step. We need to get E32. E32 is going to go right on there. So we go back to sheet D. A, B, C, D, D. Here we go. And I think this finishes. Oh, sheet E is empty, it says. There's a note on here. It says, after this, sheet E is empty. And after this, it says sheet F, or sheet D. Sheet D is empty. All right, so we can take sheet E and set it off to the side. Oh, I still haven't opened the box either. I've got a box that I didn't open. Got a figure in it that I'm super excited about. We'll do it last. All right. I didn't completely forget. I just looked down and saw it sitting right there. You guys never told me the quote about Plagueis from the Lego special. It's a great quote. He's not Darth Plagueis the Wise. He's got a different kind of reputation. Not wise. Where's Matt Risman? Matt watches these things. He's got a better retention of these things than me. There you go. This is all empty. We can set this aside. We're done with that. Right. Now we just put this. I've got to punch these holes out. Christmas with the Cranks is fun. That is pretty fun. It's not as popular, but it's a good Christmas movie. Love the Santa Claus. My favorite memory is my dad taking me to see a midnight showing of the Santa Claus. That's fantastic, KG. Was it hard to get a nice Santa suit when you go to public events? They're not hard. They're expensive. My Santa suit. So my first year as a Santa was 2016. And that year I found somebody who was selling a suit, and I wasn't sure that being Santa was gonna work. And so I bought this used suit from somebody else. It was sort of what we call off the rack, right? So it's not a custom suit. It's one you can go to different Santa Claus websites, Santa Claus outfitting websites, and buy. And that suit cost, I want to think I paid about $300 for it, something like that. Relatively inexpensive for a Santa suit. And I tried it, and it was so hot that it was tough. It was tough to be Santa that year. And then I decided I was in love with being Santa, and I was going to actually do it. And it's a vintage collection Ray riding a blurg. No. Not that excited, Jim. I'm excited, but not that excited. Griff, what's up, chat? Good to see you, Griff. Thanks for stopping in. Alan, hey, I haven't caught a stream in a long time due to some health problems. Hope to see you. It's good to see you. Good to see you as well, Alan. Thanks for stopping in. Great to see you. Hope you're well. We're doing fairly well. Are their legitimate Santa suits more breathable? Yeah, so the first one I bought is called a Halco, Halco. They're really good suits, but they don't breathe well, and they're so hot. Like when you're doing indoor, appearances, wearing a Halco suit, you want to die. Like they don't breathe at all. You're sweating like crazy. They're great for outdoor because they're really well insulated. But when you're indoor and they don't breathe and they're just so hot, I wanted to die. I was like, I can't do this. It's painful. So then I went to a custom Santa suit builder. It's called Santa and Company. It's up in that state up north, and got a custom suit. Cost over $1,000 for a custom suit, and as an investment, it looks great. It looks great. I get great feedback from appearances I do. People love it, and I do get it professionally cleaned. Not every time I wear it, but every year. Every year. You have to take it to a furrier that does like fur coats and stuff, and get it treated as if it were a fur coat. Even though it doesn't have real fur on it, the white cuffs and things on it, if you don't get it washed right, the red from the suit will turn all the cuffs pink. And then all your fur, you have pink fur on your suit instead of this, real brilliant white. And here I got an example where the slots here aren't wanting to. You're contributing to the economy of that state up north. I know, Jim. It hurts, especially when you have to spend that much money on a suit. But you got to do what you got to do. It's that, or you get one built by this company out of Hollywood, California, called Adele's of Hollywood, and they make these fantastic Santa suits out there. But you really want to support the economy of California? They're a little hippy dippy out there. No. Good. We have friends here on the channel who live in Los Angeles. In fact, Jason Ward lives in Southern California. Jedi Mike lives down in Southern California. I'm just hazing them. We're friends. All right, let's get these last couple pieces. I saw another really good question. I want to give attention to the question, but it's a really good question. All right, so we've got this part built. All right, there we go. It says, do you visit children's hospitals sometimes? My very first year as a Santa, I was asked by a friend of the family to come down to Ohio State hospitals. They had a baby girl who had tons and tons of problems. She was only expected to live a few hours, and they wanted me to get there so they could take a family picture of the new baby with her sister. Her sister was about 4, and the girl was just born and before the baby died. They wanted to get a picture of mom, dad, the older sister, and baby sister while she was still alive. That was tough. That's very, very hard. You're taking these pictures as Santa Claus, and you want to have positive memories for the family, but your heart is being torn out at the same time. And how do you take pictures being, jolly and happy when something that tragic is happening? So we took the pictures, and certainly within a short time after that, the baby did die. But now they have this forever picture of their entire family with the baby, and I'm their Santa. So that was tough. That was really, really tough. We also did a Make-A-Wish car on a train where the entire car was filled with people who were terminally ill or had a sibling who was terminally ill or had just lost a sibling to a terminal illness, and visited all the families on this train car. Woo! Hard. Very, very difficult. And the last example is I had a lady who is up in years, and she had on her bucket list, take a picture with Santa. She had never gotten a picture with Santa her entire life. It was on her bucket list, wish list of things to do. And I got to take a picture with her shortly before her death. And she had her children, her grandchildren there. And there was a lot of tears. It was tough. Again, being Santa when everybody's crying, that's tough, man. I'm telling you. Woo! The easy part of being Santa is when you get the kid, what do you want for Christmas? The hard part are some of these, very, very difficult things to do. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, it was tough. It's tough, because Santa's a person, and I have real feelings. Uh, Photographers volunteered to do that for families a lot. I thought about it, but I don't think my heart could handle it. It's hard, KG. It is difficult. Yeah, I'm sure the family cherishes the photo animate. Yeah. All right. They certainly do. F6 and F15 go here on the top. And then we need F14 and 16. So I need 6, 14, 15, and 16. All right. So here's 6 right here. Punch this one out. Right, there's 6. One out right here. And then we need 14, 15, and 16. They're all right here. 14, 15, and 16 in the middle here. Take these 3 pieces. Put them here. 14. Oops. 15. And 16 right here. There's not many pieces left, you guys. This is our last sheet. And you can tell it's coming. It's coming. And just so you know, if you haven't been here before, these pieces are labeled on them. So I don't have to keep track of which was which. But there's like 14 right there. So now we go back. Take the instructions here. It says 6, F6 goes on top in front. So here's 6 right there. It goes on top in front. Like that. Right. There's 6. And then right behind it, 15. 15 goes right in here. Yep, there's 15. And then we get 16 goes in front. That's going to be this one right here. You can tell this is the stand that's going to hold the X-Wing right there. And then we get 14 goes right back here. Oof. This one's being a little more difficult. Come on out of there. We'll turn it around this way. We can get it to slide in a little better. There we go. There we go. Gotta get that slide all the way in. There's still just a little bit of space. Hard to squeeze these things without, squeezing too hard. But there we go. Those are even down there. There we go. Once X-Wing's done, do you have a shelf to display? Oh, I'm gonna put one together. We bought it last weekend. I'll go back here. So right behind me, you'll see there's these shelves here. I bought another one just like this to put right there. I'm gonna have to move the pictures over and all this. They'll just slide down, and then I'll have another shelf right here. I've got a bunch of stuff here. Not only this X-Wing, but I've got a bunch of Mandalorian stuff over here on the other side that I can fill that cabinet with. Plus, what's in the box? What's in the box? So that'll go there. My hubs was a police officer. Hardest thing for him was delivering that kind of news to parents. Yeah. When I got out of the Army, a lot of former military go to be like highway patrol or whatever. And I was like, oh, I don't know I could do that. Right? I don't know I could do that. Yeah, and nurses. Yeah, I don't know. I've got a friend who's a deputy sheriff. He's also a big Star Wars nerd fan. Yeah, he's seen some things. All right, let me go back to here. Right. So we got to put together the final piece. We got just this one to go. Right here, we've got to get F17, 18, 13, and 7. Basically all the rest of the pieces, right? So we're just going to punch out the rest of the pieces and get rid of this. So here we go. Here's, I'm going to punch this one out. It looks like I've got some more slots to open up too, but is that one? Yeah, I've got a lot of these to punch out. this. All right. There's that. This big round piece here. Punch this one out. Oh, yeah. Now this is fun, right? And punch this with the logo on it right there. We're going to punch this guy out. This is going to finish the stand. All right. There we go. And get rid of this. Then got to finish popping this part out the inside here. That's trash. That can go away. All right. Now I got a ton of these little things to punch out. Right? Tons of these little guys. Right here. Punch these guys out. Tons of these little slots that the pegs go in. Right. Get these punched out. That's what's so nice about this part. Sabersmith, that's exactly what he did. Right out of the Army, and bam, the beat cop. Crazy. Yeah. State Highway Patrol is one that I could have gone into really quickly. I don't know that I could have done it, though. Just looking back and knowing what they deal with, highway accidents, motorcyclists and cars and semi-trucks. A lot of those things don't interact well when they get together on the freeway. State Highway Patrol, those guys kind of, everybody hates them when they're pulling you over. You're like, daggone State Highway Patrol. Right? But they're doing an important service out there. A lot of those guys are just awesome. In fact, I know a couple of them here locally. One's a good friend of mine's husband. Her husband is a state highway patrolman. And those guys, they do great work and they're great people. I don't like them to give me tickets, but I do like when, I respect what they do. And I don't think I could do it myself. So it's like, God bless you. But that ain't the job for me. Got a geek. My father was a mortician. My grandfather was a mortician. Oh, there's another job. In 1 week, he had to work on 3 children, same age as his kids. Decided to leave the business, became a police officer. It was hard. Woo! Yeah. Yikes. That is tough. Guys. That's tough. Oh my goodness. This one does not want to open up. All right. There's so many of these to punch out. About halfway around. No, I'm all the way around. This one here is not really open well. I'm going to have to open this one up a little bit more. There we go. There we go. I think I got them all. Right? That's better. Now I got to open up all of these. Woo! Yeah. And Peanut just said hi. Peanut's in here with me. You guys haven't seen her. She's been sitting over on her stand over there, just being quiet, being a good girl. Peanut has her annual avian vet visit in the morning. Gonna get her toenails done. She's gonna get her checkup, make sure she's still healthy and good, and not putting on too much weight. Right? You want to see if Peanut will come to me? Here, let's try this. Let's see. Here. Hey, Peanut. Peanut, come on. Come on, girl. Come on. It's okay. Come on. She's giving me the side eye. Hi. Come on, baby. Come on, Peanut. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on. He's not going to do it. She's not going to do it. All right. We'll go back here. We'll punch out the rest of these pieces. She may come in a minute, but we'll see. She started making noise back there, so it's typically a sign that she's kind of waking up and feeling like she's bored. When she gets bored, she'll come over here and be like, Dad, I need something to do. Right? Okay, let's see. Let's say Smith. I keep him live through Star Wars. Have my collection, and his. He was a huge fan. That's amazing. That's amazing. Sure, someday my kids they'll inherit my collection, and will they keep it or will they sell it? Hard to say. Right? Hard to say. Okay, here we go. We got all those pieces punched out, and what it shows here is to take the round piece, 13, and we take 17, F17. Okay, that's 18. We need 17. That's this one. F17 right there. And it shows it goes in this slot at the top, right here. And then it's going to connect to this slot down here at the bottom, like that. It's going to go quick now, guys. There's 17. And then it shows putting 18 as a cross member right across. Right? And it's going to connect in. Let's see, is it supposed to cross? Oh, I got this one upside down. Okay, just of course I've got it upside down, you guys. But Jedi Geek, how'd you like it when you got LASIK? Was it scary? Was it worth it? LASIK was a little bit scary because there's side effects some people have. I went to a really good place and called Revision here in Ohio. I went to Revision and they did a great job. What did I do? Yeah, they did a really good job, and it was a little bit scary because when they lift the surface off your eye, everything is black. Can't see anything. Did you smell your eye burning? Is the cardboard pretty sturdy? It's this is doing pretty well. This bottom part, it is a little bit like, tell you like. But it's relatively sturdy. It's like you see there, it's like double layered. So if I bring this up, here is you see it's kind of double layered, so it does help. Not just a single layer of cardboard. There we go. Now this will fit right across. Go in here, go in there, and these cross members are going to help with the base. And then it shows, so no, I didn't smell my eye burning. And it was a little more uncomfortable than they kind of sold. But it wasn't painful. And then afterwards, you got to wear these goggles. You guys may have seen where Taylor Swift had LASIK on her eyes and she had to wear those goggles with the tape. She was a little more loopy than I was. But yeah, here we go. So now these pieces are just going to go right in. Right? So you got that nice cross member for underneath here. These cardboard pieces are going to go right in these slots. That I should be able to work around, get them all put in nice and tidy. Right around here. All right. Almost there. Almost there. Porkins. On your back. Careful. Okay. Almost there. We're getting it. Oh, I got a tight one there. There we go. Getting it. I wish I was a candidate for LASIK. Yeah. So hate my glasses, always get smudgy. That was the thing, is I hated wearing glasses. Mumbo Jumbo, I had PRK, which is longer recovery, but the results were worth it. Yeah, not wearing glasses has been tremendous. I love not having to wear glasses. It's made a huge difference. There we go. The base is done. Now we just got to get, scoop all these pieces to the side. We got to get these put into, there's all these pieces at the bottom of this. I gotta get this. Yeah, I can't remember what is PRK, Mumbo Jimbo. I can't remember what PRK stands for. Is it a similar? Is that another name for LASIK, or is that? Can't remember. These slots. There's a couple of these that are not wanting to go all the way through. You can see at the bottom. Go see. I got one here that hasn't gone through yet. There it goes. Now we're cooking with gas. Got them all in there. There we go. There's the base. Aha! Eureka! Okay, slide these over. Get everything pushed down here really well. Okay, there's the base. It's still kind of riding on a ridge. Like a piece here hasn't really. I'm going to smoosh it down a little bit. Get it to sit. There it goes. Get to sit. Now, we should be able to take our X-Wing right here. Right, and the X-Wing should sit right on base like such. There it goes. Now, it's hard for you guys to see because of the angle. I'll pick it up and show you this way. So let's get back to this scene right here. See, this just sits right on there. There's not any tabs or anything, but you can tell the curvature of this goes right with the curvature of the body, and then it sits right on there. So you can see. Let's see if I can get it to cooperate. So it's just going to sit right on there, just like that. I've got it a little off. I'm going to show you guys, but there you go. So that's there you go. That's done. We're going to set this to the side, and I'm going to open the box. What's in the box? It's one of those pieces I'm really excited about just because of the figure that's in it. The figure is. Hold on. Get that to sit there. This figure, the actor, is what has me most excited because the actor is just a fantastic fan, fantastic person, just super nerd himself. A Mando-verse character that I look forward to seeing more of, and one that is kind of fan driven. Why we even have the character in Vintage Collection all came because he asked for it, first of all, and then fans kind of demanded it. And yeah, Jim says, I hope it's who I think it is. Yes, I'm pretty sure it's who you think it is. Right? KG's like, you know who it is, right? Who could it be? Just a fantastic person, big nerd, big fan. No, not Quill. It was a fan kind of driven initiative that got this character put into a Vintage Collection. There you go, KG. A certain pilot, could it be? Yes. Yes. You guys are on the right path now. You guys got it, right? So here it comes in that same wrapping that Peanut hates. So Peanut's going to be glad she didn't come over to visit because she hates this wrapping paper. She's still like terrified of it. But this figure right there, Mandalorian card, just Paul is such a great guy, such a great fan. Look at that. There's Paul right there. Carson Teva, just a wonderful human being, wonderful actor, great, just a great guy. So I'm super excited to have this. And again, we have other X-Wing pilots that haven't gotten their figures made yet, but Carson, right, Paul kind of said, "Where's my action figure?" And then a bunch of fans were like, "Hey, we need Carson Teva. Super important. we need Carson Teva." and here he is, right? Carson Teva. Let me get it all the way opened here. Right, there we go. So you can see here's the card, completely unbound. There it is right there. Right. BC 63 for those that care about that kind of thing. And then we'll just open them up here. Get rid of the trash that comes with these that I get to tape off of here. Actually comes with a rifle. Now we saw him use the rifle in The Mandalorian. Here we go. I really like this camera, guys. You can see the detail in there really well. There's the rifle. It's kind of a bendy, right? Kind of bendy, not very rigid. The Spider episode. That's right. He's in the Spider. Do you think they'll do a Dave Filoni character for TVC? 100%. 100%. I expect them to give us a Trapper Wolf pilot. In fact, I would bet that after the movie, the Mando-Grogu movie, you guys know this, right? I'm not like sharing brand new breaking leaks, rumors. He's in the movie, right? So, he's in the Mando-Grogu movie, and I will guarantee that right after the movie, we'll get a wolf trapper. Why won't you? There we go. There you go. There's Carson. There's Carson. Now, the thing about this is, yeah, you could remove his jacket, right? You could, but if you did, then his arms are going to look really weird because the jacket is like part of the arm. It's molded on the arm. Even though the jacket could be removed, it would make it really, right? Trapper Wolf, I need it stat. I have his helmet from Mando, right? That little helmet is legit. It is. Look at this little helmet. The chin strap, it's got the goggles there. The paint job on it is just great. You can see the New Republic symbols right on it. The detail of this is great. But look, Paul's not a wonderful hairline there. The likeness to Paul is perfect. That is perfect likeness to Paul. Such a great PVC figure. They really did him justice, right? I'll bet Paul's whole family gets his action figure for Christmas. Yeah, I wonder how many Paul has. Right? There we go. We get this snugged on. And there it is. Oh, I got a message from Risman. What's the message? Oh, he had to leave. Oh. He wants to know what my nitpick was. I'll let him know. There we go. We can snug that helmet on there. This is just great. I am thrilled to death to have this. This is one of the figures I was really looking forward to, just because of Paul. He's such a great guy. All right. Guys, we did it. I went long. Been on here for a long time. 2 hours. My goodness. It's perfect. It is perfect, KG. Absolutely perfect figure. Couldn't be happier with it. Bet Paul's whole family gets it. Yeah, I would hope so. I bet you a lot of former coworkers, right, go back to Kim's Convenience. And guys, if you haven't seen Kim's Convenience and you have Netflix, you need to fix that problem. Kim's Convenience is one of the best comedy shows that I've ever seen. We've watched the whole series twice. We're right halfway through the third time watching it. It is such a great figure show. I read Jedi Geeks. Have you ever wanted to build your own R2-D2 droid? Have you ever 3D printed? I don't have a 3D printer. There was a temptation. There is a fairly large R2-D2 kit where I think you pay like $30 a month or $20 a month, $25 a month, something like that. And you get part of it every month. And it takes you a year or two to get all the parts. And when you're done, you have a fully working R2D2 astromech. And I'm like, ooh, that's an investment. That'd be tough. I've heard it's good. Have to add it to my list. It's a fantastic show. Fantastic show. All right. Hey, I think we did it all. Have you ever done Galaxy's Edge? I have, Jim. I went down there and we have a good friend of the channel who her husband works for Disney, and they have season tickets. She was able to get me in, and we went and saw Galaxy's Edge. Had a great time. I built a lightsaber at Savi's. I've got it back on the shelf back there. I got me some blue milk and some green milk to try the different types. We got to do Smuggler's Run. Unfortunately, the other ride was down that day, and we weren't able to ride the Rise of the Resistance ride. So I haven't been able to do that. Would love to go back sometime and get to ride that. But yeah, I have done that. And big shout out to Yachty. Yachty's a fantastic. Her and her husband just great. I haven't met her husband, but Yachty's great. We have some great friends down in the Orlando area. Had a great time down there, and yeah, all of that. Hope they add more rides. I hope they do too. All right, folks, I'm going to call it there. Next week, we should start working on the cantina, the HasLab cantina, and we'll see what news comes up between now and then. And we'll talk Star Wars again next week. All right. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And until next time, my friends, Merry Christmas, and may the Force be with you always. Bye-bye now.